Those of you who got an invite, welcome to Nerd Prom.
No matter where in the world you are, we're all Nerds International. With the hyphen.
Those of you who got an invite, welcome to Nerd Prom.
No matter where in the world you are, we're all Nerds International. With the hyphen.
Alright, YouTube, it's Mr. Mean coming at you again from very gloomy Beaumont, Texas, where we've had a little bit of rain, a couple thunderstorms. So we're staying in the house and relaxing. The baby is taking a little nap, and Daddy's going to do a review. I'm going to have two reviews, two separate videos. I'll post them both separately, just because it's been kind of quiet lately around the old Mr. Mean channel, and I want to make up for it. And since it's a quiet weekend, I'm going to do that. Last weekend was CupacabraCon. I had a blast. So back in the saddle again. I got to keep doing my reviews. Today's video du jour, one of my all-time favorites. I can't even, I grew up with this since the days of Dino De Laurentiis making the movies with Arnold. Yes, my friends. Conan, the RPG. Adventures in an Age Undreamed Of. By Modifius. The same guys that make my oh-so-loved Mutant Chronicles have got the rights and the licensing to do Conan from the Robert E. Howard estate. In fact, if you search YouTube, you can see the people that are involved with the Conan estate in Robert E. Howard's estate. You can see them playing an early draft of this in the house that Robert E. Howard wrote Conan in. It's very cool. If you're a Conan fan, check it out. It's not hard to find. YouTube, do a Google search, you'll find it. Anyway, this is I can't even say enough cool things about this. This is Chris Birch is the mastermind behind Modifius and the 2D20 system, and he's got a wiener here. This is well written. This is the PDF version, the hardback book, the Kickstarter reward. The book is not out yet. This is phenomenal. It's laid out really well. It took me 2 days to print this. The little printer I was using just couldn't pump it out. And we are looking at 410 pages. That's not including some of the fluff stuff that I tore out. But what I did do is I did print a color front page on a little inkjet color at work in the back page. So I made it into a full book. You can see I've already got it tabbed. I can't wait for the hardback book to come out. I've already asked my favorite local game store to get a copy for me, because I definitely will pick it up. I printed this for a friend. It's his copy. I have to give it back, but because I don't believe in pirating RPGs. I know there's tons of them out there in PDF, but I recommend you pay for them. I can honestly say all of my RPGs are paid for. I'm a huge proponent of making sure the author gets the credit and the money that they're due. And Modifius has been a stand-up company. Book's a little pricey. I think this one is going to go for $65. It doesn't have the price on here, but it's probably going to be $65, and it is officially licensed by the Robert E. Howard official license, Hyboria, and you can go to modifius.com and you can buy the PDF right now, I believe. I'm pretty sure. So this book, 410 pages, RPG goodness, uses the same mechanics as the Mutant Chronicles system. So if you've got Mutant Chronicles and you like the game system, the 2D20 system, you're going to love this. They do change a couple of the names. Obviously, the combat dice were called Dark Symmetry dice in Mutant Chronicles, and in here they're Oh, I'm not gonna kick myself. I don't remember. They're just combat dice, and they are slightly different. Here they do a 1, 2, a 1 and a 2, and a 4 and a 5. 3 is nothing. Whereas in Mutant Chronicles, it's 1, 2, and 6, I believe, or 1, 2, 3, and 6. I'd have to check. Too many game systems in my head. But the point is they do sell on Modiphius's website. They sell specific dice for this game. With the D2, you use 2D20. You do need some tokens or poker chips or beads or anything of that matter that you can get, because you have a Doom thing with Doom token, which is basically the GM's momentum. Player characters have their momentum, which they keep track of, and then they have fortune points as well. So you need some sort of mechanic to keep track of that. You could use paper, I guess, but poker chips work really well. I don't have them up here, but I had the Trooper CabraCon bennies for Savage Worlds that I bought at the con. They were $12.99 for 20 of them. They're good, solid poker chips, and I'm using those for the momentum for the players. And then I've got my Mutant Chronicles I went to a Halloween store last year, and I bought a necklace that had skull and crossbones on it. So these little skulls about the size of a penny. I cut the necklace and took the heads off, and I used the skulls as my Dark Symmetry, but they work perfectly for Doom tokens as well. So really excited. I had scheduled to do a demo of this yesterday at my favorite local game store, Bookstand, here in Beaumont. Sadly, only one person showed up. And he's in my normal Star Wars game, and I'm in his Star Wars game. So it's kind of like, so we didn't get to do anything. It's kind of hit or miss here in Beaumont. We are kind of a small town, and sometimes you get a decent crowd, sometimes you don't. So it is c'est la vie. But the book is, like I said, 410 pages. It is very well laid out. The art is consistent throughout the whole book. It's awesome. It's color. It looks great. I mean, some classic Franzetta art. They've got some Brahm art in here. They got the rights to. So they got excerpts from the Robert E. Howell short stories. I mean, look at that. That's phenomenal. I can't wait to see it in full color in a book. I mean, I have the PDF, but the art is very consistent. I mean, that is just neat. I mean, you can't shake a stick at that. There's nothing wrong with that. So you get everything here: character creation, a starting adventure. There's I want to say there's probably close to 10, if not more, pre-generated characters in here, so you can get to rolling. It is really neat how they do it, and they have the whole character creation gambit. Everything you need to play the game is right here. You don't have to buy any other books. Everything you need is right here. That being said, we know they're going to come out with Splat books. I think there's going to be a Stygia book. There might even be a book. I'm sure the Stygia book will probably be about magic as well. I haven't read up on the Kickstarter. I apologize, but you can go to Kickstarter.com and you can look up Conan, An Age Undreamed Of, and you can figure out. And I think Modiphius is even doing late pledges. So if you want to back it, you won't get quite as good deal as you did with the Kickstarter, but it's still a pretty good bang for the buck. The PDF, I think, is worth it. I mean, I've got my new Kindle. If you watched my Ambrosia video, I showed off my new Kindle. Amazon sent me an email. They had an awesome deal. So I picked it up because a lot of my game books, I don't want to lug them to conventions and stuff. So I just put them on PDF. And boom, there you go. I've got easy access to them. So, but this I had to have a hard copy of, and this will be my play copy. Well, I have to give this to my friend. I'm going to have to print another copy for myself. He did buy the PDF for me, but he wanted me to print him a copy so he can have it. But I suspect what might happen is I think the Kickstarter is getting ready to land. And so if he gets his physical book, he might let me keep this one. I'm hoping. But I'm going to get my physical copy as well because the book is just gorgeous. I can't say enough. I showed my little HD camera here. It doesn't do it justice for the quality of the art, the stat blocks and everything that they give for the NPCs and the monsters is amazing. It's just very well done. If you're a Conan fan and you want your, theud-hued barbarian cleaving through picked warriors and Stygian sorcerers, this is the game for you. I think it's Watsy somebody did a D20 Conan, and I looked at it, but it just didn't capture the feel of Conan for me. It didn't do it. It was just playing a very barbaric sci-fi game. I did pick up Beast and Barbarians for Savage Worlds, and that's Conan with just a different skin on it. It really is just Conan. And you can play Conan in that game quite well. There's no problems with it. And it does a very good job. But if you want the official licensed Conan, Modiphius is where it's at. And Modiphius is a great company. We're having RPG Day here in June. Free RPG Day. Unfortunately, Beaumont is too small of a town, and we don't have a store that's going to participate in it. So if I want to participate in Free RPG Day, I have to go to Humboldt, Texas, to Etten Games, which I don't really have a problem with, and I'm probably going to do it this year. But I got the email from the guys at Modiphius because I'm a Silver Shield. And a Silver Shield is a person who runs demos of all of the licensed products from Modiphius. And I've run Mutant Chronicles a couple times at the game store. And in fact, I need to submit those reports so that I can get points for them. But anyway, I reached out. I emailed the guy and I said, hey, I live in Beaumont. It's a very small town. We're not going to participate in RPG Day, and I don't believe I'm going to be able to go to Humboldt, which is the next city. It's a 2-hour drive away to participate. So is there any way I, as a GM, and I am a Silver Shield, and I made sure I told him that, could I get a copy of the free RPG Day adventure? Dude, like in minutes, I got a reply back. Sure, here you go. And that just is a testament to how cool they are. So here it is. It's the free RPG Day Conan adventure. I don't know if anybody's got this yet. Because this stuff is normally sent to the store, and then the store will give it to their local GM and say, hey, run this. So this is the Pit of Cthulhu. Awesome adventure. I've read it. I was going to run it yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But it really, really captures the feel of Conan. You start out, you've been captured by slaves. I'm not going to ruin it. This is the first thing the GM reads to the players. You wake up on a slave ship in the middle of a storm, and you've been captured, and you're in slave pens on a ship being brought somewhere to be sold as slaves. That's how the adventure starts. If that doesn't scream Conan, I don't know what does. And then it goes from there, and I won't ruin it. But it's about a 30. I think it was. Let's see here. 27-page adventure. And they've got everything in here you need. I mean, it's really laid out. They've got 4 NPCs. I took the NPCs from another adventure that I had, that I got from, I believe, the Kickstarter. My buddy included it. And I printed those all out. So I had like 10 or 15 NPCs that I was ready to run. I will say I played, which one did I play? I played Amala, Blade for Hire. I played at Chupacabra. This young gentleman was running it, and I got to play Amalia, and she was cool. I really dug the character. They gave you a really good write-up. She has a talent called Many Blades, and it says Amalia is never unarmed, always carrying at least a dagger concealed about her person. Even if something would cause her to lose all her weaponry, she may add 1 point to the doom pool to produce a concealed dagger as a minor action. That's just freaking cool. So I really dug it. I really dug the character. It was really cool, and and those were the characters from that adventure. So, and I had that adventure. I think it was a free download or something. I don't remember where I got it, but I got it. And so it was nice of those guys to send me the free 2017 RPG free RPG day adventure, The Pit of Cthulhu. So I'm going to try to run this probably free RPG day in June, since my birthday is June 21st, and I'm taking that day off from work. It's a Wednesday, so actually what I might do is I might work my birthday and then just take that Friday off and then go to Humble for the weekend and maybe coerce my wife into getting a hotel, and we'll stay Friday and Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, whatever, and I'll run this at Games for them because it's awesome. It reads really well. It's laid out really well. They do a good job of all the NPCs and everything. It's very well done. So that's the free RPG adventure. The Conan book, again, I can't say enough cool things, but it was in my local comic store, Comic Kingdoms, which is here in Beaumont. It's actually right down the street from my house. And I was going through there. They have a tiny section of RPG stuff that people have brought in and just want to get rid of. And every once in a while you find a gem in there. And I found Against Darkness, AD&D Conan adventure for a warrior king of Aquilonia confronts an evil that threatens all Hyboria, the wicked might of Thoth Amon, for characters 10 to 14. So it's a herky adventure. So I can obviously scale this to Conan, an Age Undreamed Of, Adventures in an Age Undreamed Of, with no problem. I just thought it was pretty cool, and I picked it up for $5. This thing's obviously been out of print for quite a while. Comes with maps. It's in a sleeve. I mean, it's in great pristine condition. So I thought that was really cool. So I was able to pick that up. So I'm not one for pre-done adventures, but they do have their place when you need to save time and money. So go back to the Conan book here. And by the way, those of you that don't know any of your PDFs, you can always print them in grayscale. You lose a little bit of the image quality, but the text is fine. It saves on your toner. And I have a duplexer, so I print front and back. And then you just take it down to your Office Depot or your Kinko's. This one I got done at Office Depot. The UPS store here in town couldn't do it. They didn't have a coil binding big enough. So you go to your Office Depot, any place, Kinko's, any one of those places, and they will hook you up. So needless to say, I got this done, and it's coming out of its binding already. That's just me flipping it around and using it, but gorgeous book, very well done. I couldn't be happier with it. I'm gonna obsess over this and try to get it done right. But anyway, take it to Kinko's, get it spiral bound. You won't be sorry. This will last forever. I've got several books that are out of print or they're in my collection, and I don't want them in a game store with people putting their grubby fingers all over them. So this is a great way to do it. If you've got the PDF in this age of print on demand, you can get a PDF, a printer-friendly PDF. You spit this bad boy out, and boom, you're good to go. So this is obviously, I'm probably going to have to run this for my friend. In fact, he wants me to run it. I already know that. He was in Europe, so he couldn't make it yesterday. He was just getting back yesterday, so he was going to be jet lagged. He was coming back from Europe, and so he was like, "You got to run it again." And oh, don't worry, I will run it again. So anyway, just another short, quick Mr. Mean video. If you see this and you're curious and you like Conan even a smidge, or you like dark fantasy, pick it up. It's worth it. It reads really well. The mechanics are solid. They're the same mechanics as Mutant Chronicles. I've already told you guys how much I love Mutant Chronicles, and it plays well. I'm running a small campaign for my friends here in Beaumont. I got like 5 players. I got 5 players. They're loving it. They're like, "Oh, you got to run again. You got to run again." So in between our Star Wars game, I'm running that. In fact, I'll be running this Wednesday at Cyberlords, which is our local little collectible card store, but they do some RPG, and they have tables, and they allow people to come in and on Wednesday nights and play RPGs. So it's really cool, and they sell sodas and snacks, your typical game store. So anyway, I've rambled on for close to 20 minutes. So buy it. Go to the Kickstarter page. Go to modifius.com. Pre-order it there. You won't be sorry. If you get it, put a note in the bottom. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Can you not wait to run it? I know I can. I'm chomping at the bit. I wanted to run it so bad yesterday, but unfortunately, nobody showed up. So c'est la vie. But I will try to run it for free RPG day in Humble at Etten Games. So if you're in the Humble area in the middle of June, stop in. I'll run it. So anyway, as always, it's Mr. Mean signing off. Peace and hair grease. And remember, be nice.